Next, protection system. Protection system. Right. The protection system is designed for continuous monitoring of the power system. The protection system is designed for continuous monitoring of the power system, and it should ensure that more continuity of service. That means with minimum damage to the life of the equipment and property. That is the main intention of the protection system. The protection system is designed. The protection system is designed for continuous monitoring, this is the important term. Continuous monitoring of power system. This is what we required for a relay. Continuous monitoring of the power system network, and it should ensure that more continuity of the service with the minimum damage of life of the equipment and the property of the power system. So that's what the protection system required. Continuous monitoring of the power system is most important for us to protect the equipments. For what continuous monitoring is required? For avoiding the abnormal conditions, to be in stable conditions, that means in the normal conditions. So for this, what are the characteristics of the protection system? We'll see now. The characteristics of the protection system. Characteristics of protection system. Very important question also. What are the characteristics of the protection system? Like that the question may ask. So characteristics of protection system. So here we are having 6 characteristics. First one is speed of the operation. First and foremost important is speed of the operation. Speed of the operation. Second one, sensitivity. Third one, selectivity. Fourth one, reliability. Fifth one, simplicity. Sixth one, economical. Right. So for my protection system, I should have these characteristics for the protection system. First one is the speed of the operation. So this is a most important thing in the protection system. If the fault is taken place, then within no time it has to clear the fault. That means the speed of the operation should be as much as fast that the relay can act. So that's what I wanted. The main characteristics of the protection system is speed of the operation, because if it is delayed, if the fault clearance is delayed, then the heat energy will be increased and insulation will be breaks and the system will be damaged. So that's what my speed of the operation should be more. Sensitivity should be more. That means even it should not allow 1 ampere, at least 1 ampere also it should not allow, 0.1 also it should not allow, because the sensitivity should be that much high. And selectivity, sometimes some over voltage may be taken place, surge voltages will be taken place. For each and every voltage, if the relay is tripped, then there will be a discontinuity in the power supply, which is not at all encouraged. So the relay should know which is a over voltage and which is a fault current or a fault voltage, so that the supply will not be interrupted. So that's why there is also an important property called selectivity, for which fault it has to operate. The relay must know selection of the fault or selection of the overcurrent or over voltage, that should know by the relay. So that is also one of the most important characteristic of relay, that should have selectivity and reliability. So reliability should be more for a relay, so that the power system network will be stable. And another important point is simplicity. So as it is a protecting device, if the protecting device is complicated, then the operator cannot be understand that much complexity, so that there will be delay in the operation of the relay. So that is also not entertained here. So therefore simplicity should be there for a protection system. And the final and last important is economical. So even though it is a protecting device, if it is more economical, we cannot afford that much economical for the power system network, so that that much economy is not entertained here. So therefore it should be economical also. So these are the 6 important characteristics of a protection device or a protection system. Very very important. First one is speed of the operation, sensitivity, selectivity, reliability, simplicity, and economical. So we'll discuss one by one. First one is a speed of the operation. Protection system should ensure minimum fault duration and consequently no equipment damage. That's what our main intention. Here the protection system should ensure minimum fault duration. It should ensure minimum fault duration, minimum fault duration, and no equipment damage. No equipment damage. For this reason, the operation of the protection system must be speed, no equipment damage. Right. So this is my main requirements for speed of the operation. Okay, because in the fault condition, the current will be more and heat energy will be more. That means I fault current square into R into T. So if the fault duration is more, then heat energy will be more. If the fault current is more, if the heat energy is more, so therefore the insulation will be damaged, and there may be a catching of fire to the equipment. Therefore my equipment will be damaged. So there must be speed in the operation of the protection system. So that is the first point. So how can you set the speed of the operation? Means first of all you have to know few quantities. That is nothing but first one is actuating quantity. So important terms: quantity, actuating quantity. What do you mean by actuating quantity? That means it is a parameter of the power system which undergoes to variation with respect to abnormal condition. Okay, so depending upon the actuating quantity only, the relay is able to monitor the power system continuously. So what is our intention? It should monitor the power system continuously. It has to monitor. So that is called an actuating quantity. I am writing the definition here. It is the parameter of the power system. It is the parameter of the power system. It is a parameter of the power system which undergoes to variation with respect to abnormal condition. With respect to abnormal condition, it undergoes to variation with respect to abnormal condition. That is called the actuating quantity. Okay. if the abnormal condition is more, then you can set your actuating quantity little more. So depending upon your requirement only you are setting that actuating quantity. And another important term is threshold quantity, threshold quantity or set quantity, set quantity or pickup quantity, pickup quantity, threshold quantity or set quantity or pickup quantity. Okay, so what is that? That means it is a value of the actuating quantity which is on threshold or above which the relay operates is called a threshold quantity. Okay, it is the value of actuating quantity which is on threshold above which the relay operates. Okay, above which the relay operates. So this is the threshold quantity. Simple, very simple. For example, if I am taking LG fault is the most frequent fault that is happening to the power system. So I am placing a relay here, then I am placing a circuit breaker. Okay, so my actuating quantity for this relay is 10 amperes, right? Threshold means what? Above this 10 amperes the relay must be operated. That's what the threshold. Let us take, if I am taking triple LG fault, I have to set my actuating quantity as 100 amperes, because for example for triple LG fault the fault current is more. Therefore, for example I am telling, if the fault current is more to set, then I have to set 100 amperes, then the threshold will be 100 amperes above which the relay will be operating. For example, for my system, if the 100 ampere is the threshold value, then I have to set the actuating quantity as 100 amperes. So there is a difference between threshold and actuating quantity. Actuating quantity means incoming quantity, like that incoming quantity, and threshold means it is a set quantity or a pickup quantity above which the relay has to operate. And second characteristic is sensitivity. Sensitivity means the protection system should be able to detect even a smallest possible value of the fault current in the protection zone. So that's what the sensitivity matters. Okay, so it should detect smallest quantity also. It should detect the smallest quantity okay, possible value of the fault current in the protection zone. For example, if the relay protection zone is this much, so in this zone of protection it has to sense even a smallest value of the fault current is flowing through the zone. It has to sense. That is called the sensitivity. If the sensitivity is high, then it can detect even small values of the fault current. Let us take 0.1 ampere also, it has to detect. Even though if the 0.5 ampere is flowing, if the relay is not sensing, means the sensitivity of the relay is less. So there are some equipment which are able to damage even there is a minute flow of fault current through the equipment. So therefore the sensitivity of the device must be high, so that such that it should sense even smallest quantity of the fault current is flowing through its zone of protection. So my characteristic of a protection system should have high sensitivity. The third one is selectivity. selectivity. So here this is my generator, first zone of protection. This is my first zone of protection. Transformer, second zone. Okay, so here also end there will be protection system, and the fourth transmission line. So there will be some infinity lines, and the fifth line, and these are some also infinity line. So it's a big network, big power system network. So I cannot say there are one or two lines, so I am just mentioning like infinity lines. Okay, so this is my first zone, second zone, third zone, fourth zone of protection, and fifth zone of protection. This is line 1 and this is line 2. Now if in line 2 there is a fault, so my relay has to select, or my protection system has to select this zone of protection to activate. So instead of this fifth zone, if a fourth zone is operating, then entire the power system network which is under fourth to fifth zone will be affected. Even though this entire thing will be protected, but which is the best way of giving the protection means activating the fifth zone, so that this faulty position can be isolated from this healthy condition. So this is called the selectivity. So if the fault is taken place in fifth zone, if you are operating in first zone of protection, then this is not a good selection or good selection of the protection zone. So the selectivity must be in a proper condition to discriminate the fault. That's what the main characteristic. But why you require the selectivity? Selectivity is to discriminate the fault. To discriminate the fault. Proper discrimination. You require not discrimination, proper discrimination. So okay, proper discrimination should be required for having the selectivity. So even though if you are operating zone 1, there may be a protection, but the entire thing will be lost the power supply. So that is not the proper selection. So selection of activating zone 2 or zone 3, zone 4 will not be proper selection. So only zone 5 is the proper selection of doing the things. So selectivity is based on proper discrimination of the protection system. Proper discrimination. That means the protection system should ensure maximum continuous of the service with the minimum system interference. With the minimum system interference. That's what the meaning here. Okay. For example, if line 4 got affected, then this zone of protection has to take care, and instead of 1, 2, 3 like that. Okay. So there should be certain continuous parcel. For example, here another line is there. Let me say this as 6th zone. If the fault is taken place on 6th zone, so which one has to act? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 should work in a normal condition, and 6th zone of protection has to be acted to protect the system here. So that's why proper discrimination should be taken care. Okay. So the relaying system should be able to discriminate the faults which are inside the zone of protection or outside the zone of the protection. Inside zone of protection or outside zone of protection. Even though there is a fault existing here, if the relay is automatically shut down the power supply, then it is not a proper selection. So it should discriminate the fault, whether the fault is taken place inside its zone of protection or outside the zone of protection. So for each protection there will may be a zone. Okay. So that relay, that protection system must be discriminate whether the fault is taken place inside its zone of protection or outside the zone of protection. Okay. That is called the selectivity. Generally we see in our regular society, if there is a problem in his house, he has to solve it. If the problem is in his neighbor's house, he cannot enter into that house to solve his problem, because this will not comes under his zone of protection. Okay. So he has to discriminate whether the problem is in his house or his neighbor's house. If somebody is directly going to his neighbor house and solving a problem, means he will be facing the problem. That means he is not having proper selectivity, right? So that's what the zone of protection is matters here. So each protection system should ensure that it has to be discriminate whether the fault is in its zone of protection or outside the zone of protection. That's what very very important property of selectivity. And the fourth one is the reliability. It's very well known property, reliability. Fourth one is the reliability. The name itself, it is a reliable system is required for the protection. The protection system must be the protection system should operate 100% correctly. Reliable operation should be there. Okay, reliable operation means again we are having two problems here. That means dependability and security. Okay, the protection system should operate 100% correctly. That's what my reliable operation, 100% correctly. That means it is a reliable protection system. And here we are facing two problems. One is dependability problem and another one is security problem. What is the meaning of dependability problem and security problem? Means dependable, the name itself indicating that the protection system should operate. The protection system should operate when it required to operate. That's what the meaning. When it required to operate. Dependability. Security. Very interesting concept, this one. Dependability and security. Dependability means if there is a fault, I wanted to act my protection system, then the protection system should operate as per the requirement. That is called the dependability. Security means the relay or the protection system should not operate when it is not required. When it is not required. That's what the mean. Even though there is a surge existing in the power system, it should not operate for the small surge. Then the power system will be reliable or the continuous power supply will be existing. So even though if it is operating, means there may be a trip signal received by the circuit breaker and circuit breaker contacts will get opened. Then there will be interrupt in the power supply. So that's not my intention. There may be a surge for 1 second or 2 seconds, but even though for the small surges, the protection system should not act. That's what my security. I am giving security to the power system network. Okay, so there are two conditions in the reliability. First one is the dependability and second one is the security. Dependability means it should operate when it is required, and reliability means it should not operate when it is not required. This is also another important characteristic of the relay. And fifth one is the simplicity. We will know very well the circuit should be very simple to understand. Even operation should be very easy. Okay, that means it should have minimum number of components. I can say minimum number of components, and all the associated circuits related to the protection system should also easily understandable. And sixth one is the economical. That means the protection system should provide maximum protection with minimum cost. That's what the economical. So simple economical means what? It should give maximum efficiency with minimum input. So that means here the maximum protection with minimum cost. That's the meaning of economical characteristic. So these are the 6 important characteristics of a protection system. First one is speed of the operation. Second one is the sensitivity. third one is the selectivity, fourth one is the reliability, fifth one is the simplicity, and sixth one is the economical. These are the 6 important characteristics of the protection system.